Hi guys, Luke here from Sabre Airsoft with a quick video. I just wanted to go over the CNC nozzle from Vorsk for the VMP-2 because they're starting to put out advertising for this now, and I think it's important that I highlight something that they seem to be failing to do, which is this is meant for the M version and only the M version. This has a built-in restrictor, as you can see. Hope I can get the lighting a little bit better, just there. What that means is if you were to put this in, say, the D and expect, if you were to put this into the D and expect DMR power, you're going to have to up the PSI quite significantly. Currently, I can run my D variant at about 110 PSI and it'll cycle fine, and I get about 1.8 joules on 0.32s, and that's fine. But with this, I'm probably going to have to put it up even higher. I will do some testing just to make sure, but it's probably going to have to be go higher. And in fact, it even says on the bottom here, M, 1 joule. And it's got the same rocket valve in there as the 1 joule nozzle for the M version. And if you look on the back here, all it says is aluminium air nozzle VMP-2. That is it. And on the listings, that's all it says. And all their advertising, that's all it says. And because there's so many variations of the VMP-2 and the way HPA works, why didn't they, I don't know, develop an N-pass and release the 2 variant with an N-pass and an unrestricted nozzle? That would have made more sense. And to show what I mean about how much more energy you'll need, so the one on the left there is the standard 1.9 joule nozzle for the D variant, and the one on the right is obviously the aluminium nozzle, and it's not coming through very well because of this lighting. See if we can get this a little bit closer, just get it reflecting off the inside there, but it is definitely narrower. I can visually see it myself that it is narrower, which means that there's going to be less airflow coming through this way than going down towards the back and actuating it, which means a higher pressure is going to be needed in order to overcome the narrow opening. It's Bernoulli's equation. So yeah, that's not the only issue, because the more I look at it, the worse it gets. I mean, look at this. So that's supposed to be a 90-degree angle, and that's not, which doesn't even match the other side, I might add. That is, again, a different angle. There wasn't, yeah, so this side, you can see where it's got a bit of a burr, so they haven't deburred it properly. What else did I notice? The difference in tooling. So you can see where there's relatively no chatter, and then where they start to get chatter from the machining. All of that combined, I don't think this is worth 100 quid. At all. And in fact, like around here, look, you can see the difference in texture in the way that they've done the tooling. Now, I'm not saying you have to get these perfect, by any means. But at least if you're going to be releasing a product claiming that it's for HPA users, clarify that it's for the M version, because that's not on any of the 3D models that they're releasing. They haven't even released a picture of this. They've just got the 3D model, and it doesn't show the M version. And in fact, the 3D model doesn't show a restrictor. So that's practically false advertising. Yes, I'm irritated because it's such a simple thing to do. You could go, oh, hey guys, we're releasing a CNC nozzle for the M version for the HPA users. That's fine. But don't say it's, make all your advertising so generic that, you know, someone's going to go, oh, I'm going to buy that and I'm going to stick that in my DMR one, my MD or my D, because that's not going to work. And then if you try and put this in, say, the S and the C and the SD, you're probably going to find that the power isn't going to be what you think it is. And you're going to have to really, really mess with your PSI settings. Because, again, it's going to be a different restrictor. I mean, the C, as I showed in my last video, doesn't even have a restrictor in the nozzle. I am very disappointed. I'm going to drill that out. I had to open this one. I was going to sell it to a customer. But then when I told them, oh, because I can't lie to them, because that's wrong, I told them there's a built-in restrictor, they were like, oh, well, I don't want it anymore. That's fair enough. I can't blame them. But I am going to drill out and see, well, I'm going to do some testing with it like it is, and then I'm going to drill out and see if by making it unrestricted, it actually, you know, does what it's supposed to. 100 quid. Oh, Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Catch you on the next one.